Hi, I am Renzo Gio Garcia, also known as Renzo. Today I would like to say a few words. Please don't blame me if I'm a little bit corny. I will try my best to make the parts that is supposed to be funny, funny. I like to recite two quotes from two famous people. In 1963, an African-American named Martin Luther King Jr. stood in front of millions of Americans and told him his dream. A dream that his four little children will one day live in this nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin but by the content of their character. And his dream became a symbol of the civil rights movement. About 30 years later, in 1997, Steve Jobs, an entrepreneur and inventor, once said, "Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round heads in the square holes. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for status quo." He can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. The only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward, and while some may see them as crazy ones, we see genius, because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. You are probably asking why I chose these two quotes, and why I am in this school in the first place. Before I can answer the first question, I will answer the second one with a word. And it is not because I want the school admission lottery here, well, maybe, but it is because of fate. Now the answer to the first question is simple. The quotes relate to us. They give an account of our years at the preliminary grades of L.C.C.S, especially our fifth year. Throughout this school year, we learned about hundreds of years of history, calculated millions of numbers, observed how science affects our lives, and dig deep into ourselves through books and pieces of writing. We also made new friendships and reconnected with the old ones. Referring back to the quote, "Here's the crazy ones," as Miss Muse might have said, you might be thinking we are troublemakers, rebels, and misfits. Well, we are in such a way. We learn differently. We don't just learn straight out of the textbook. We let our ideas and learning thrive together to make new discoveries. If people didn't insert their ideas into education in the world, we wouldn't have the great discoveries we have now. Throughout elementary school, we also had a whole lot of diversity and freedom to express ourselves and ideas. Martin Luther King Jr. told us, we are judged by the content of our character, and that only. I remember when I was still in diapers that were packed with something you do not want to know about. And now I'm graduating elementary school. Although we had a mostly smooth road, there were a few bumps along the way, but we still persevered through those bumps and miscalculations. Close the door! I like to thank my teachers, my classmates, L.C.C.S. staff, and parents for learning with me. Not just subjects like science and ELA, but other values like teamwork and what Muslim calls life skills. Rosa Parks once said, "Memories of our lives, of our deeds will continue in others." Those memories were passed down to us by our teachers as happy moments to remember and guide for us in the future. One of those memories was Oliver, the musical, a successful musical which wouldn't happen without our fifth grade teachers and our special teachers, especially our wonderful music teacher, Ms. Jaffrey. As the school year comes to a close, we must choose our own path to the future. They may lead to honors and A+s in middle school, to high SAT scores and jobs that earn you lots of moolah. Which is a word that Mr. Lethal says if you want to know what it means, you just have to ask him. Like they said, if you dream it, you can do it. Maybe that dream is to change the world.